What's being missed about USC here in 2025 is the discussion around the quarterback. Because Miller Moss last year, a year ago this time, we're talking about how he was balling in the game against Louisville. I think it was the Holiday Bowl, threw for like 5 or 6 touchdowns. I tried to get Heisman Miller trending unsuccessfully. And then the season happens, and Miller Moss wasn't bad, but he wasn't timely. He did not feel like, when you watched him play, the standard of what Lincoln Riley has come to establish across college football with what he has at the quarterback position. Reason why I think it felt that way is because he wasn't a hand-picked Lincoln Riley guy. You know who was a hand-picked Lincoln Riley guy? Jade Maiava. Miller Moss, from me checking his offers on our database, from me checking his social media, I do not believe he had an Oklahoma offer or was recruited by Lincoln Riley or any of that. Lincoln Riley showed up to USC and Miller Moss was already on the roster. Like you inherited Miller Moss. And this is not me dunking on Miller Moss. I just want to make sure we have this discussion to kind of create a clear divide into Jade Maiava and Miller Moss. You inherited Miller Moss. Lincoln Riley went after Jade Maiava. Like Jade Maiava was at UNLV, hits the transfer portal, commits to Georgia. Lincoln Riley had to flip Jade Maiava from Georgia in the portal. You know how badly you got to want a guy to go flip him away from Georgia as a transfer? He didn't have this massive runway of like, oh, National Signing Day, we got a few months, just kind of close strong, Lincoln. No, he had to go and flip him away from Kirby Smart. I don't think that was an easy task, even with Lincoln Riley's track record at quarterback. Like flipping away from Georgia is a difficult task. Don't care who you are. So I say that to just set the table here. A lot of questions around Jade Maiava and, what is he going to be in 2025? Had some turnovers last year, kind of up and down. How much do you trust Lincoln Riley is my question there. Because we can't sit here and say he's this QB guru and he's got all these Heisman winners and Jalen Hurts was massively different when he was at Oklahoma and what his NFL career is like from before Lincoln Riley. You can't say we trust Lincoln Riley with the quarterback position and then have all these different doubts around who he handpicked from the portal to be a starting quarterback this year at USC. You can have questions. You can have valid concerns, but to actually doubt Lincoln Riley as a quarterback guy, to me, is not valid relative to this Jade Maiava conversation. And the Miller Moss part of this conversation, I think, is invalid in itself because, again, you inherited Miller Moss from what he was already on the roster at USC when you got there, all right? Now, to be clear, Lincoln Riley chose to start Miller Moss. So I'm not excusing that, but I do just think it should be noted if we're trusting the Lincoln Riley pedigree, I would trust much more the handpicked guy than the guy that was already there. Okay, so how are we going to see this play out for Jade Maiava when it comes to like the Lincoln Riley impact on his game? I love the gunslinger element for Jade Maiava, but it's pretty clear he's got to cut down on the turnovers. A couple of those against Notre Dame that cost him, a couple against A&M that almost cost him early. If Jade Maiava cuts down on the turnovers, he's going to be really freaking good. And honestly, I like that discussion for Lincoln Riley going into the season. Like, it is very evident what you have to do with Jade Maiava. You don't have to light a fire under him. You don't have to help him create more explosive plays or get more out of him. Like, dude's played a lot of college football. Played for darn near a whole year at UNLV. Now, sat for a lot of last year, but then also played some games at the end of last year. Played in some big moments for them. I love not the problem, but I love the task if I'm Lincoln Riley of having to edit down some mistakes than try to push Jade Maiava forward to go make more plays for USC. He makes tons of plays. Problem is he just makes some plays for the other side of the football sometimes. If Jade Maiava and Lincoln Riley get in the lab a little bit and they cut down those turnovers, USC is going to be really good. USC is going to be in really, really good shape because the schedule's workable. But just zoom out even further. If you're a USC fan, what are the questions you're asking right now during this part of the year relative to what you were asking a year ago? Right now you're asking, okay, what does Jade Maiava get for us? And then can we close out football games? I won't redo the whole stat around how you were leading in every game that you lost except for the Notre Dame game, even then you're about to tie. I'm not going to do that. I just did it. A year ago, you were asking, are we going to hold somebody under 40 this year? Are we going to give our offense a freaking chance to win us a football game? I'd much rather ask, can we finish football games and will we have a quarterback? Because as long as Lincoln Riley's your head coach and he's handpicking dudes to be your quarterback, I think there's some benefit of the doubt that should be baked in there. That's even apart from what I already saw from him on the field that I liked a lot. So the point here is Jade Maiava and his story arc from getting to USC and what he's been at USC, he is a Lincoln Riley guy, handpicked, developed, I think set up for success this year, whereas Miller Moss did a good job a year ago. It's not all on him. I'm not dunking on Miller Moss, but I do think that those two things are not the same, and I think Jade Maiava will have more success in 2025 because of all the things I just mentioned. All right?